Morning. That was a little weak. Let's do it again. Good morning. I like that. Today is a special day. I always enjoy being a part of the ceremony. It's honor and privilege when Miss Tabitha asked me to do so. I remember about close to 19 years ago when I was right where they were, being a servant to the citizens. I love the city of Winston, and it was a good decision that I made to become a firefighter. One of them, I have a little daughter that might look at this, so I have to say marrying her mother was another. So I want to say thank you to the families for supporting them. Thank you to the training staff, Chief Mayo all the way down. We do have firefighters that keep us safe in the midst of our presence right now. And I just want to say thank you for all that you do. Your service doesn't go unnoticed. To the citizens, we thank you. We proudly serve you. Without further ado, and I probably forgot to do this, but I'm Desmond A. Till, Battalion Chief here. The A stands for amazing. Ask my daughters. Shortly, the members of Class 36 will make their entrance, led by Jamestown Pipes and Drums. Followed their procession, the Fire Department Honor Guard will present our national colors, accompanied by the singing of the national anthem, Ahmad Johnson. We kindly ask that you place your right hand over your heart when the command to present arms is given, and keep it in place until the command to order arms is issued. Please rise.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets break glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Now I would like to invite recruit Jacob Justice to deliver our invocation for this morning.
All right, let us pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to get together and celebrate today. We want to stop and praise you first because you've been faithful and you've shown your steadfast love to us. You've been with us for the past 6 months in the classroom, on the drill ground, and in our personal struggles. We would not be here without you. I pray that as we progress into the next step in our careers, we would remember that we are not alone. As we respond to calls for help, humble us as we remember all the times you've answered our cries. As we interact with the community, I pray that we would be filled with your compassion so that those in need would encounter your love through this class and this department as a whole. Use us as vessels to bring in the kingdom of heaven in Winston-Salem. I pray ultimately that each of us would experience what it means to truly live. Your Son tells us in your word that our joy will be complete if we love one another the way you loved us. Give us faith to follow Christ in laying down our lives in service to others. Lastly, I ask that as we encounter the brokenness and suffering of this world, we would be comforted by your peace. Help us to continuously trust that you are good, you are in control, and this world will be made new with no more suffering. We love you, Lord. Amen.
Thank you for that beautiful prayer. Our city is governed by an elected council of 8 members and is led by Mayor Alan Jones. Mayor Alan Jones began his distinguished career in the city of Winston in 1971. He retired as deputy city manager in 2000 and was appointed as mayor in 2001. He has been serving the city of Winston for over 50 years, and he is in his 7th term now. He is the longest serving mayor in the history of Winston. He was not able to be here with us today, so he prepared a brief video message for this occasion.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alan Jones, Mayor of Winston-Salem, and I'm very sorry that I can't be with you today in person. I'm attending the U.S. Conference of Mayors annual meeting in Washington. But I'm happy to be able to join you briefly by this video message to say, first of all, congratulations to the class of 36. We are very proud of you and your accomplishment in finishing this work here. Obviously, we want to thank and congratulate the families who supported you during your time of training, kept you going, kept commiserated with you as you got down to some of those tougher exercises and tests that you had to take. So you made a major accomplishment in finishing the program. You know, many of you have heard me say that the fire service is such a noble service, a noble profession, dating back to the 2nd century. When the Egyptians, the Romans all had fire services and fire protection there in their organizations as well. We changed a lot since then, obviously, but it still puts an individual puts their life on the line to protect other individuals. Our job with the city is to make sure that we're providing you the best equipment, the best training that we can, so that you can do your job as safely as possible and effectively. So on behalf of our citizens, the 255,000 of us who live in Winston-Salem, again, I want to say thank you for stepping up and agreeing to put your life on the line to protect our citizens. Congratulations once again, and may you have a very safe and effective and enjoyable career going forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. The Public Safety Committee oversees fire, police, and emergency management. Councilmember Scipio is the chair for this committee. Councilmember Scipio obtained her bachelor's in business administration from Howard University and a master's in liberal studies from the Duke University. I'm a Carolina fan, but I chauffeured her here today, so we're gonna keep it right there. At her time of her appointment to the City Council, Councilmember Scipio's professional experience included working as a research manager for several different groups, as a founding director of Southern Community Bank, and as the executive director for the Delta Fine Arts. She has been in her current role since 2018. Welcome, Councilmember Scipio.
Good morning. Good morning. All right, we're all awake on this wonderful wintry day. I love where we are today because you will remember it, recruits, graduates, all of your life. I want to say to you, we are so proud that you have completed this training. We're so happy that your families supported you, and I can tell you they are so proud of who you are becoming. We thank you. I just wanted to let you know what you have in store. When you walk into houses on those medical emergencies, you will immediately be respected, and you will bring so much comfort to the residents that you encounter, because they know you are well trained and they can be relieved from some of the anxiety that made them call you. Then you're going to find residents that are so traumatized because some fire has evaded their lives, and it's going to be so upsetting for them. But you know they're going to say, wow, our firemen are there, and they're doing the very best they can do. And importantly, they are well trained, so I know you will do a great job. Then you'll see beautiful little children. You'll be walking down the street in your uniform, and they'll say, oh, there's a fireman. Oh, hi, how are you? Oh, one day I want to be a fireman. That's respect, just because you have that uniform on. That is what will happen to you. But it's the real quality, excellent service that you provide to residents that you will really remember. You will know beyond a shadow of a doubt that people really respect you, and then you become beloved. Beloved because of your compassion, your caring spirit for our residents. That's what will happen over the years that you serve us here in Winston-Salem. I congratulate you on this achievement today, and I know that each of you will be superstars as you wear that beautiful uniform and as you encounter our residents. Just know it's a noble profession that you are embarking on. And when you go out as firefighters, you represent the best of our community, because you bring what many people are unwilling to bring, which is excellence. Excellence in knowing how to follow the procedures that you have learned, and those procedures lead to excellence. Our firefighters, you are our new firefighters, and I hope to see many of you as you progress in our promotional ceremonies. That's coming too, because you are all superstars. Thank you for fulfilling your journey so far. You have a great future ahead of you, and I hope to see you as long as I'm on council, just in public safety. But you know what? I like when you come to my house for emergencies, because I know you're the best, but I really don't want to see you at my house on an emergency. But just know we have your back at the city council. We love you. We want you to be employees of excellence, and we thank you so much once again for the time you've put in to dedicate your life to learning how excellence in our public safety looks. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Scipio. Are there any other elected officials at this time that would care to share any remarks? We'll now have Chief Mayo come introduce our keynote speaker, after which we will hear from our keynote speaker.
Well, good morning. Councilmember Scipio and Burt, we're glad to have you here. As a UNC grad, it has tested every fiber of my being not to get up here and say something about Duke, but I decided that I was going to be diplomatic, and I'll talk to you after the program. Judge Vickery, we're glad to have you. Assistant City Manager Sharon Voida is here. Thank you for coming. It's great to have you all with us here to support our recruits and their families on such a happy day. We have some fire chiefs in the audience. I always like to recognize them. Chief Eddie Bottoms is here from Walkertown. Jonathan Compton is here from the Ruffin Fire Department. Retired City View Fire Chief Tim Wicker is here. Mark Reed is here from Walberg. Mark, I don't know where you are, but I saw you a while ago. Next time we have one of these, we're going to give you an attendance award. I think you've been to as many of these as I have. We appreciate you always showing up to support your folks and ours. And Dale Couch is here, Fire Chief at Forbush. Also, I don't see him either, but I know he's here. Forsyth County Sheriff Bobby Kimbrough is in the audience. Thank you so much to Twin Cities Church for being so gracious and allowing us to use this space this morning. Church leaders and the production staff, we've used this space. This is not our first time. They always are so accommodating and bend over backward to make sure we have what we need. Chief Teal, we appreciate you emceeing this morning, and Ahmad, Ahmad's still here with us for rendering the national anthem, and of course the Fire Department's Honor Guard, who always make us look good, under the direction this morning under the command of Captain Chris Belcher, newly retired Captain Chris Belcher, and the Jamestown Pipes and Drums, directed by Dave Henshaw. We always get great support from our marketing and communications department, and as always, the one who slips off at this point in the show, Ms. Tabitha Childress, the fire department's public information officer, who is largely responsible for the organization of all things related to this ceremony. Class 36, seems like yesterday, we were getting to know one another for the first time. That was in July. Scary how fast life goes by when you stop and think about it. It's hard to say who is most ready for you all to go on shift. It's probably Chief Duffield. This was not staged. I promise you this was not staged. He told me that the past 7 months have been tough on his gray hair situation. He didn't say that. I made that up. A firefighter is someone with the smarts and skills to be a nurse, a social worker, and an engineer who is also adventurous enough to jump out of an airplane. It has been said that on the fire ground, a firefighter's aerobic effort is on par with a Navy SEAL. Everybody is not genetically programmed to do. They are not genetically programmed not to be willing or able to do what you do. And this morning we are celebrating the conclusion of 28 weeks of early mornings, long days, late nights, blood, sweat, tears, physical training, EMS clinicals, live fire evolutions, technical scope of practice exams, and everyone's favorite, those Fire and Rescue Commission exams that are only marginally better written today than they were when I took them decades ago. For enduring all that and being in your seats this morning, I say a hearty congratulations. You made it. I need you all to realize that while our training program is solid, most of your training has occurred under conditions that are much more controlled than what you're actually going to see when you go on shift Monday morning. The real learning will begin then, and I told you in July that we would revisit this today, and that is the three areas that you always need to be attentive to, and that is fire behavior, building construction, and physical fitness. You all remember this? Yep. Lack of attention in one or more of those areas kills about 2/3 of the firefighters who die every year in this country. There are 2 firefighters at Baptist Hospital in the burn unit that came yesterday, one by air, one by ground from Roanoke. They fell through the floor, fell in a basement on fire. They're going to be okay. They're going to get discharged, but we continue to kill firefighters in the same ways over and over and over. So these 3 areas are always going to need your attention. After several decades of decline in the deaths of the Americans and the number of firefighters due to fire, the past 10 years have seen those numbers again on the rise, being driven by weakened building codes, lack of residential fire sprinklers, an explosion in the use of engineered lightweight construction, and the proliferation of synthetic furnishings. Firefighters who die on the fire ground almost always either misread the smoke, underestimate the building, or they fall victim to a poor diet and lack of exercise. So for the rest of your careers, say it one more time, stay sharp on fire behavior, building construction, and physical fitness. And never forget how an empty salt shaker leads to a dead firefighter. It is now my honor to introduce today's speaker. Jennifer Smith is the Deputy Chief of Administration, Logistics, Planning, and Accreditation for the New Hanover County Fire Rescue Department. From 9 fire stations, soon to be 9 fire stations, are getting ready to open their 9th. They serve a resident population of over 100,000 in unincorporated New Hanover County. And as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, aren't you all really the truly only county department in the state of North Carolina? I thought so. I didn't think there was anybody else. Really the only true county fire department in the state. Chief Smith began her fire service career as a volunteer with the Winter Park Fire Department. That's in New Hanover County. While she attended UNC Wilmington, and she was hired by New Hanover County in 1998. She has a list of accomplishments there, but I suspect her greatest, from my perspective, I've known her a long time and watched what she has done. She has nearly single-handedly led that department through the fire service accreditation process. In addition to her roles at New Hanover County Fire, Chief Smith is current president of the North Carolina Association of Fire Chiefs. She is the first woman to serve in that role and is the second vice president of the Southeastern Association of Fire Chiefs. In these roles, she reminds other chief officers that the fire service has always been about people, both the ones we serve and the ones we lead. Chief Smith holds undergraduate degrees in marine biology and fire science and a master's in public administration. She is a graduate of the National Fire Academy's Executive Fire Officer Program, the International Association of Fire Chiefs Fire Service Executive Development Institute, and is dual credentialed by the Center for Public Safety Excellence, both as a Chief Fire Officer and a Chief Training Officer. She's been named Woman to Watch by Wilma Leadership and Lifestyle magazine. Away from work, Chief Smith has long been involved in scouting, where she has served as Scoutmaster and a member of the National Jamboree Incident Management Team. She's currently in the role of Northeast Cape Fear District Committee Chair of the Boy Scouts Cape Fear Council. And she is one of the smartest people I have ever met in the fire service. So please welcome me in having Chief Smith come share some remarks this morning.
Chiefs, elected officials, training staff, families, friends, and most importantly, graduates of Winston-Salem Fire Department Recruit Class 36. Good morning. It's truly an honor to be here with you today. I'm proud to stand before you as Deputy Chief with New Hanover County Fire Rescue and a President of the North Carolina Association of Fire Chiefs. But more than anything, I'm honored to stand here as a fellow firefighter, welcoming you into this profession. Today is a celebration. It's a moment of pride, relief, and excitement. Not just for you, but for everyone who helped you get here. Families who adjusted schedules, missed time together, and supported you through long days. Instructors who coached and mentored you, and recruits who showed up every day and did the work. Class 36, you earned this. Recruit training is designed to test more than your physical ability. It tests discipline, humility, teamwork, and your willingness to be coached. You learn how to stretch lines, throw ladders, force doors, and work as a unit. But the most important thing you learn is that no one succeeds alone in the fire service. This job has never been about going it alone. It's about trust. Trust that your training has prepared you, trust that the firefighter beside you knows their job, and trust that your officer will make sound decisions. I want to share something with you. I never had the traditional academy experience you're having right now. I didn't graduate with a recruit class like this. Instead, I've had similar experiences later in my career where you spend an intense time with people who challenge you, push you, and see you both at your best and your worst. Somewhere along the way, those classmates stop being just colleagues and start becoming your people. The ones you stay in touch with throughout your career, the ones you call for advice, perspective, or support, whether things are going well or not. Those relationships matter more than you probably realize right now. They help you carry you through promotions, tough calls, mistakes, losses, and moments when the job feels heavy. Long after the details of training fades, the people you stood beside will still be part of your career. That's what you've built here. Stay connected. This is a long career, and none of us make it through it alone. As you graduate today, understand this clearly. This ceremony is not the finish line. It's a starting point, the starting point of a career defined by service, responsibility, and constant learning. From this point forward, the public will not see you as recruits, but as firefighters. On someone's worst day, when they're scared, hurt, or overwhelmed, you will be the calm presence they look to. They won't ask you how hard recruit school was. They'll ask if you can help. Being there to help isn't just about what you know. It's about how you do the job. It's about how you show up when no one's watching, at 3 o'clock in the morning, in the rain, when you're tired and frustrated. It's about how you talk about your crew, how you treat the public, and how you represent this department. Skills can be taught, but character and integrity has to be chosen. As president of the North Carolina Association of Fire Chiefs, I spent a lot of time focused on the future of our profession, on firefighter health and safety, leadership development, and the responsibility we have to leave the fire service better than we found it. A lot of that work is about one thing, taking care of the firefighters who come after us. And today, that's you. As you step into this next chapter, understand that you're entering a profession where growth never stops. This moment does not mark the end of your training. It means you're ready to keep learning. Learn from those who lead you, from those who have walked the path before you, and from the moments that don't go perfectly. Own those moments, fix what needs fixing, and let them make you better. Take care of each other. This job is demanding physically, mentally, and emotionally. Strength in the fire service is not pretending everything is fine. It's looking out for your crew and speaking up when someone needs help. We owe that to each other. And finally, remember this. This job is about service. Service to your community, service to your department, and service to one another. If you keep that at the center of every decision you make, you will have a career you can be proud of. Class 36, wear your badge with humility, wear it with pride, and never forget the responsibility that comes with it. Congratulations on your graduation. Welcome to the fire service. Stay safe and take care of one another.
Thank you for those impactful words. We will now have Captain Gossett, recruit coordinator, come up and share and give an overview of what it takes to become a Winston-Salem firefighter, as well as ordering the retiring of the guidon.
Good morning. Good morning. So I've had the honor to be with these recruits for the last 7 months, and I got to see what they did, where they came from, and where they are now. However, before we start with them, I would like for all the instructors who helped teach them, please stand. All right, I know they're in here, they just don't want to stand. I want to personally thank y'all. Without y'all, these people would not be, these recruits would not be where they're at today. So I personally thank you, and I think we should give y'all a round of applause. I also want to apologize. I'm getting over a sickness, so if my voice breaks, I have already hit puberty, I assure you. But, Class 36, welcome to the last day of the academy. You did it. You read the books. You passed the test. You put your mind and body through the most intense training that you've probably ever been through. You've heard me say it from the beginning. You've learned just the foundation of this amazing, rewarding journey that most civilians call a job. For me, for us, this is a profession. According to one of many definitions of profession, this one is the one that fits us the best. An occupation, especially one that involves prolonged training and formal qualifications. You have spent roughly the last 7 months, 235 days, weekdays, 1,880 hours, of which 276 hours was North Carolina EMT, 506 hours were firefighter, hazmat, VMR, and my personal favorite, Rick and Mayday. That's a total of 782 hours that you spent learning what the state requires you to do to become a North Carolina State firefighter and EMT. Those classes taught you just the basics of how to breathe life back into a small child who is not breathing. How to risk your life at 2 a.m. after being woken up from a dead sleep to jump into a burning building to try to save multiple people in an apartment fire. I feel very confident that we have given you a great foundation to build upon. Please, for me, use the next 29 years of your profession building upon what you learned the last 7 months. We call that perfecting the craft. Some people in here might be good at math. I'm not. But I can tell you, 782 hours doesn't equal the 1,880 hours that we spent the last 7 months. You might be asking yourself, what did they do the other 1,098 hours? Stand by, I'll give you a little overview of it. Some of that was spent on city onboarding, dealing with payroll, retirement, and other requirements that the city makes every employee go through when they get hired. Fire department, we like to take a step a little further. We did a fire department onboarding. That's where you learn the expectations of the training division for the duration of the academy. We did a little bit of expectations for the department once they get out in the field. We also taught things like small engines, how to work on them, how to put gas in them, how to change the oil, how to check the oil. We did a class on station life. Some people, believe it or not, don't know how to use a mop or a vacuum. So we teach that. I think that is a good life skill to learn. We also did a small portion on mental health. This job will, after 30 years, can wear on you. And I see a lot of retired people in here that I've personally had conversations with that it's wore on them after a 30-year career. We did ride-alongs with the EMS. We did ride-alongs with engine companies, ladder companies throughout the city. And last, my personal favorite, we did something with Class 36 that we have not done with any other class. We have close to 80 hours of extra drill time. Those drills include water supply, hose management, victim management, high-rise firefighting. It included ventilation, search, rescue, and the majority of that was done under live fire, whether it be at King or at Griffith Fire Department. All those extra drills have helped your firefighter become better prepared for what they will see and what they will do in the streets. Thanks to the success of those drills, Class 36, I will be adding that to every class from here on out. These reps are very important for any fire department, but especially us here in Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem Fire Department is one of the busiest fire departments in the state of North Carolina per capita for structure fires. Now, to the families. Thank you for your patience while your recruits stayed up studying. Thank you for helping them study, because we know some of them needed it. Thank you for healing their bumps and bruises. And thank you for healing a broken bone. Sorry, Sanchez, we love you. We do a great job at teaching these recruits. One thing I personally feel bad about is in the National Fire Service, we do a horrible job at teaching families what to expect of their firefighter after the things they will see and do in the field. So, for the families, there will be holidays missed. There will be birthdays missed. There will be major milestones with your kids that your firefighter will miss. Sometimes they'll come home hurting mentally and physically. They might have just had a very long 24 hours. Even though on rare occasions, they might come home and actually say, "We slept all night," that does not mean it's good sleep. See, we are trained over the years to always be on high alert. Our minds and bodies are constantly thinking when we're at the fire station, are we going to get a call? Are we going to miss a call? Am I going to hear the tones go off? Is it going to be a fire? Is it going to be a medical run? All those things are running through our mind. They'll wake up at the station in the middle of the night thinking that they've missed a call. They'll look around, walk out, go look at the computer, realize they didn't, and then it takes about 10, 15 minutes to try to go back to sleep. So if your firefighter says they didn't run a call, remember, that doesn't matter. They could still be dealing with exhaustion. Learn how to communicate with your firefighter and support each other's needs. The awesome thing about this profession is that you become one big family. On vacations, your firefighter would look at other fire trucks and fire stations, just like I've seen some of these kids looking at the ones today. They'll talk with random firefighters throughout the country, throughout the world, no matter where you are. And if you're anything like my amazing wife, you will get to the point where you say, "We can't go anywhere without you seeing somebody you know or talking to some random stranger." I'm sure it gets annoying after a while. That said, within this firefighter family, which you two are now a part of, we have the means to help you and your firefighter in the bad times you might face. Reach out to somebody for help. If you do not reach out, we do not know that something's wrong and we cannot help you. You will get a big group of people heading to help you in any way they know how. And if they don't know how, they definitely know somebody who does know how. Now, back to my, as I call them, my children's, Class 36. I've watched you push yourself. I've watched you push each other through the injuries, through the loss of family members, through the loss of friends, through the failures, and even Chief Galden sitting on someone's head for a while pretending to be a down firefighter. Firestone hadn't moved his neck and his shoulder the same since that day. Remember this: treat every call, every patient, as if it was your family member. Search every inch of that house as if you were searching for your family member. Show compassion to your patients. They called you to fix the problem. They're looking at you as a New England Patriots fan looked at Tom Brady in the last seconds of the Super Bowl when they're down by 3 on the 5-yard line. They're looking for that hero. That's why they called you. You've heard me say it multiple times. I love each and every one of you. And Herrera, yes, before you ask a question, I love you too. It has truly been an honor to be such a small part of your class and to watch you grow into what is statistically one of the most dangerous professions in this world. And what happens to be, in my opinion, the best, most rewarding profession in this world. Now, I'm honored to be able to watch you walk across the stage and transition from a recruit to a brother and sister in the Winston-Salem Fire Department as a firefighter. Now, Captain Daddy only has one more thing for you. Okay? Class 36, it's time to retire the guidon.
Captain Gossett, that was amazing. You almost made me want to come back and go through rookie school again. We will now hear from Joshua Herrera, the recruit class president, who will share experiences that the class went through becoming Winston-Salem firefighters.
Good morning. Let me apologize because some of what I will say will be a little bit repeated from these fine men and women behind me, but they are my words, not Captain Gossett's. So thank you for all being here, to the training staff, command staff, family members and friends, and to my fellow classmates. 7 months ago, our class walked into this academy as individuals. We came from different backgrounds, different experiences, and had different reasons for being here. But we all shared the same goal. Today we stand here not as individuals, but as a class that has been shaped, tested, and forged together. This academy was far from easy, and it was never supposed to be. Over the last 7 months, we pushed through and accomplished so much. EMT, 782 hours of state-mandated classes, countless exams, and our personal favorite, realizing it ain't personal and they ain't mad at us. On top of that, we had more last-minute changes than any of us were expecting. Just when we thought we had the plan figured out, the plan changed. But we adapted, because that's what this profession demands. We learned early on that in the fire service, it does not matter how tired you are, how sore you feel, or how comfortable your routine is. Being a firefighter demands preparation, discipline, and the ability to perform under pressure. For Class 36, we rose to that challenge. We didn't just meet the expectations, but we raised them. Throughout this experience, we made memories that will stay with us for the rest of our careers. Some stressful, some hilarious, and some that should not be repeated outside of this class. But each of them mattered. We laughed together, struggled together, and at times, we leaned on each other more than we've ever expected to. What truly sets this class apart isn't just what we accomplished on the drill ground or in the classroom. It's how we supported each other beyond it. We showed up for one another during hardships, injuries, and moments of doubt. But no one was ever left behind. If one of us was hurting, we all felt it. And if one of us succeeded, we all celebrated it. That bond that we created is the most important thing we take with us today. Skills can be taught and knowledge can be gained, but trust and fellowship are earned, and this class earned that every single day. To our instructors and training staff, thank you. Thank you for pushing us past our limits and demanding excellence. Thank you for preparing us to become firefighters who can be trusted when lives are on the line. To Chief Grubbs, Chief Duffield, Captain Gossett, Captain Malachek, Chief Smith, and every one of our amazing instructors, Class 36 is grateful to all of you. To our families and friends and loved ones, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your sacrifices and your constant support. You carried us through long nights, early mornings, and days where we came home exhausted and sore. Whether it was a good day or bad, you were always there for us. We would not be standing here without all of you. And finally, to my class, it has been my greatest honor to stand beside you, to grow with you, and to call you all family. I am proud of what we have endured, proud of what we have accomplished, and even more proud of the firefighters you have all become and will continue to be as our careers progress. As we move forward in this profession, let's never forget the standard that we set here and continue to raise it everywhere we go. Let's never forget we are here for reasons much bigger than ourselves. Never forget the city and people of Winston-Salem are who we proudly represent. And lastly, as Chief Mayo said, let's never forget to keep that salt shaker full. So congratulations, Class 36. We earned this. Thank you. And Class 36 would now like to present Chief Mayo with the class plaque.
Thank you, Mr. Class President. That's a tough task to take on, too. Let's give him a round of applause. We will now have our Honorable Judge, Carrie F. Vickery, administer the oath to Class 36.
Class 36, attention!
Good morning. I'm Carrie Vickery. I'm a judge here in Forsyth County, and I'm so excited to be with you. Thank you, Chief Mayo, for the opportunity to be part of this celebration. I'm also excited to tell you that I'm a resident of the city of Winston-Salem, so you all are my firefighters and my fire department too, which makes this extra special. With that being said, if you will please raise your right hand as you commit to your firefighter oath. I state your name. do hereby declare that I will support and uphold the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of North Carolina, and the laws and ordinances of the City of Winston-Salem. I pledge to faithfully serve the City of Winston-Salem and its citizens with integrity, courage, and compassion. I will honor the firefighter code of ethics by maintaining the highest standards of personal and professional conduct. I vow to respect the trust placed in me by the community and my fellow firefighters, ensuring my actions are guided by honesty and accountability. In the performance of my duties, I will demonstrate respect, empathy, and kindness to all individuals without prejudice or discrimination. I swear as a firefighter of the City of Winston-Salem to uphold these principles and to dedicate myself to the safety and well-being of the community I serve. Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge. This is the time y'all been waiting for. We'll now present our newest firefighters with their badges and certificates. It's a tradition that we call their names, they come forward and be congratulated by the dignitaries on stage and receive their badge. Each graduate has designated someone special to share the honor of pinning their badge for the very first time. If you have been selected to do the honors, please move to the left side of the room. Miss Tabitha's right there. She's got her hand up. And when your graduate exits the stage, you can take a picture at the photo wall. Our presentations will be done by the Fire Chief, Trey Mayo, and my classmate from Class 14, Chief Andrew Gray. Hunter Blevins. Logan Bowles. Ayana Brown. Neve Brown. Hunter Burwell. Anthony Savone. Ian Conrad. Alexander Jekic. Jack Firestone. Kobe Foster. Joshua Herrera. Aaron Hester. Stavros Hodges. Grant Jefferson. Jacob Justice. Jamerson Kimbrough. Michael King. Christopher Lancaster. This side right here got their badges. They're smiling. You ever seen cows eat in a cow pasture briars? All you see is teeth. That's exciting. Kobe Mahaffey. David McClendon. Cody Mitchell. Kyler Patterson. Alejandro Pena. That's what I'm talking about. Freddie Rodriguez. Thomas Sally. Brian Sanchez. Nathan Williams. Let's give them a round of applause. That's all for y'all.
Class 36, attention, seat.
We will now have presentation of awards, starting off with Battalion Chief Ed Duffield.
Morning, class. I'll take a real quick. I don't think we necessarily recognize this enough, but I want to thank our partners at Forsyth Technical Community College. The EMS training staff for the first 8 weeks, and then the fire training staff. Chief Galton's here. Brian, I don't know if he's here. They tolerate us, and we couldn't do it without them. So I just want to give a hand for Forsyth Tech's EMS and fire training folks. I'm going to take a point of personal privilege here real quick, too, before I give away the Outstanding Teammate Award. In 1987, we hired 2 classes it was 60, and 3 of my fellow 1987 classmates are here, Eddie Bottoms, Ken Kennedy, and Keith Mahaffey. So for longevity, can I get a little golf clap? Now, in the class of 1987, the 2 classes that took place then, no state tests. We were not on the certification model at that time. That's how old I am. But right after, like within a couple months of graduating, they were giving us state tests because then we went to the certification module. But thank you for allowing me to recognize a series of senior folks, let's put it that way. So the Outstanding Teammate Award, and I'm honored to give this. I was on the receiving end of this 38 some years ago. It's voted on by the members of the class, and it reads, for representing the spirit and attitude of an outstanding teammate, by the Winston-Salem Fire Department, January 30th. It has no direct relationship to how many questions you ask. Voted on by members, El Presidente, Joshua Herrera.
We will now hear from Councilmember Barbara Haynes Burke, Northeast Ward, who will be presenting the Vivian H. Burke Character Award.
Good morning. Let's give another congratulations to Recruit Class 36. To the men and women of Recruit Class 36, your dedication to public safety strengthens our community and carries forward a proud legacy of service. Each of you stand on a symbol of commitment, integrity, and responsibility to those you serve. The word character is defined as the moral and ethical qualities that distinguish an individual. True character is not declared, it is demonstrated through actions, especially when no one is watching. The Vivian H. Burke Character Award honors the late council member and Mayor Pro Tem Vivian H. Burke, my mother-in-law, who devoted 43 years to public service and served as the longest tenured chair of the council's Public Safety Committee. Her leadership was guided by integrity, courage, and an unwavering commitment to the community. This award is presented to one recruit from each class, each police and fire training class, who exemplifies the highest standards of ethical conduct, integrity, teamwork. These are qualities that define exceptional character. For Recruit Class 36, it is my honor to present the Vivian H. Burke Character Award to Michael King.
Thank you, Councilmember Burke. We will now have Chief Mayo come and present the Fire Chief Award.
Thank you. The Fire Chief's Award goes to the class valedictorian. As I said in some of my opening remarks, this has been 7 months of early mornings, long days, late nights, studying. I'm sure you all have formed some study groups over, particularly during EMT. You all had study groups going at night on the weekends. And for the audience, something that I always like to make you all aware of is, when you go to college and take English, well, you learned English in high school. When you go to college and they teach biology, you probably had biology in high school, math. When you go to the fire academy, we teach fire service hydraulics. You didn't get that in college or high school. We teach flow paths and ventilation practices and, all sorts of topics that are not covered in college or high school. So for some of you, this curriculum that you have been taught for the last 28 weeks was completely foreign and outside of any kind of high school or college curriculum that you may have been exposed to. So it was hard work, and we recognize that, and we appreciate the effort that all of you put in. This class, about a third of this class had a cumulative average over the course of the 7 months above 90. So being named valedictorian of this class is quite remarkable. And the Chief's Award for Class 36 goes to Jacob Justice.
Let's give our class of 36 another round of applause. Well, this is it. I'm going to turn it over to Chief Andrew Gray so he can close us out.
Before I wrap things up, I want to recognize Two Cities Church again for opening the doors and allowing this program to happen. And thanks for those who volunteered to help do all the beautiful and wonderful graphics behind us. Thank you again to council and to city management. Without them and without their support, this could not happen. Thank you for those who are in attendance. And also for our training staff, as they work tirelessly to make sure that you all are equipped to hit the streets Monday and do what needs to be done to continue the legacy that those who are in attendance have left before you. Congratulations. Your recruit school is now finished. It was well-earned, hard-earned, and you've made it, maybe with 1 or 2 injuries. As you move forward today, remember that badge you are wearing on your chest represents public trust. You now get to serve the community of Winston-Salem, and they are going to lean on you in some of the worst times of their life. To the families, you've heard it time and time again, today would have not happened without your support. Your support has got them to this point, and it's going to help navigate them through their career here in Winston-Salem. Recruits, remain humble, never stop learning, always support one another. We're proud of you. We expect more from you to come. In my life, I'm proud of my religion, to be a husband, to be a father, and to tell everybody that I get to assist in leading some of the finest firefighters around. You are now part of that. Congratulations and welcome to Winston-Salem Fire Department.